Long ago, the world was a beautiful land called Kumandra, a prospering paradise where humans and dragons lived together in harmony. The dragons were the bringers of water, rain, and peace. But then came the Droon, a mindless purple-black plague of smoke that turned every living soul it touched into stone. The dragons fought bravely, but one by one they were consumed. In a final act of desperation, the last of the dragons, Sisu, concentrated all her magic into a single gemstone. With one powerful blast, she vanished the Droon and brought the people back to life. However, the dragons remained in stone. Sisu herself disappeared, leaving behind only the dragon gem. Instead of being grateful, the people of Kumandra fought over the gem's power. The land fractured into 5 tribes named after the parts of a dragon: heart, tail, talon, spine, and fang. For 500 years, the gem sat in Heart, guarded by the lineage of Chief Benja and his daughter, Raya. Benja believed that Kumandra could be whole again, but the world was cynical and divided. He trained Raya to be a guardian of the gem, teaching her that the only way to stop the cycle of hate was through trust. Little did they know, that trust would soon be tested in a way that would shatter the world once again.
Chief Benja invited the 5 tribes to Heart for a feast, hoping to propose peace. Raya, eager to follow her father's lead, befriended a girl her age named Namari, the princess of Fang. Namari shared a secret. She was a dragon nerd, just like Raya. She even gave Raya a small dragon scroll. In return, Raya showed Namari the secret chamber of the dragon gem. It was a trap. Namari signaled her tribe, and soon all 5 tribes were fighting over the gem. In the struggle, the gem fell and shattered into 5 pieces. The moment it broke, the ground groaned. The Droon returned, multiplying across the land. Chaos erupted as people scrambled for the shards. Chief Benja was wounded. He realized he couldn't run. He handed Raya one of the shards and looked her in the eyes. "Raya, don't lose hope," he whispered. He pushed her off the bridge into the water, just as the Droon touched him. Raya watched in horror as her father turned to stone. She escaped on the back of her giant pillbug armadillo companion Tuk-Tuk as the world fell into darkness. For 6 years, Raya would wander the wasteland of the 5 lands, a lonely warrior with one mission: find the last dragon and fix the world. 6 years later, the world is a desert. Raya has tracked the path of the rivers to the very end of Tail. She has one shard and a prayer. According to legend, Sisu vanished at the end of the water. On a desolate shipwreck, Raya performs an ancient ritual, offering a gift and a plea for help. Suddenly, the water glows. A giant, blue, furry, and surprisingly goofy dragon emerges. This is Sisu. But she isn't the fierce warrior of legend. She's funny, self-deprecating, and admittedly not the best dragon of her siblings. Sisu reveals that she didn't make the gem. Her brothers and sisters did. She was just the one who held it. Raya explains the state of the world: the Droon, the stone statues, and the broken gem. Sisu is heartbroken to learn her siblings are gone, but she is filled with an indestructible optimism. She tells Raya that the gem can be repaired if they collect all the pieces. As Sisu touches Raya's shard, she suddenly gains the power of her sister, the ability to glow. "1 down, 4 to go," Sisu chirps. But Raya is wary. She knows the world is dangerous, and she knows Namari is still hunting her. Their journey takes them to the lands of Tail and Talon. In Tail, they navigate a booby-trapped temple to retrieve the 2nd shard. Upon touching it, Sisu gains the power to shapeshift into a human. Now disguised as a tall, awkward woman with purple hair, Sisu enters the floating markets of Talon with Raya. In Talon, they encounter a Khan baby named Little Noi and her trio of mischievous monkeys, the Ongis. After a chaotic chase through the marketplace, Raya realizes the baby is an orphan, another victim of the Droon. Instead of punishing them, Raya recruits them. They also meet Baun, a 10-year-old entrepreneur who runs a shrimporium boat. Sisu's solution to every problem is to give a gift and make a friend, but Raya's solution is to fight and hide. Raya is convinced that people are the problem. However, as they sail toward the land of Spine, their little crew begins to feel like a family. Baun, Noi, and the Ongis have all lost everything, yet they find joy in each other. Sisu watches them, trying to convince Raya that trust is the only magic that can truly save Kumandra.
Raya, trust is the only magic that can save Kumandra.
The land of Spine is a cold bamboo forest filled with shadows. When they arrive at the village, they find it silent. Everyone has been turned to stone except for one man, a giant, formidable warrior named Tong. He captures them at first, but his gruff exterior quickly melts away. He is lonely, the last survivor of his people. When Namari and her Fang soldiers surround the house, Sisu wants to talk it out. Raya, fearing for Sisu's safety, refuses. She steps out to duel Namari alone, showcasing her incredible martial arts skills with her whip sword. The fight is intense, a dance of old friends turned bitter enemies. Just as Namari gains the upper hand, Sisu reveals her true dragon form to save Raya. The sight of a living dragon shocks the Fang soldiers into retreat. Seeing Sisu, Tong falls to his knees in reverence. He joins their quest, handing over the spine shard. Sisu now has the power to conjure fog. The team is almost complete, but the tension between Raya's cynicism and Sisu's faith is reaching a breaking point.
I follow the dragon.
See? Trust works. For now.
As the boat sails toward the final land, Fang, Sisu takes Raya on a detour. She brings her to the ruins of Heart, where the dragons first fell. Sisu tells the story of how her siblings trusted her with the gem. They didn't trust her because she was the strongest. They trusted her because they loved her. The world is broken because you don't trust anyone, Sisu tells Raya. Maybe it's broken because you didn't start. Sisu insists that instead of stealing the final shard from Fang, they should offer a gift of peace. Raya is terrified. Fang is the most fortified land, protected by a massive canal of water that keeps the Droon at bay. Namari is also struggling. Her mother, Chief Virana, wants the dragon for Fang's glory, but Namari still remembers the girl who showed her the gem 6 years ago. Raya eventually relents to Sisu's plan. She sends Namari the dragon scroll they shared as kids. They agree to meet in secret. It seems, for a moment, that Sisu's optimism might actually work. The meeting takes place on a lonely cliffside. Raya, Sisu, and Namari stand face to face. Sisu speaks with kindness, pleading with Namari to help them bring back the world. Namari looks torn, but her duty to Fang outweighs her hope. She draws a crossbow, aiming it at Sisu. Raya, seeing the weapon, reacts instantly. She swings her sword to protect Sisu. In the confusion, Namari's finger slips. The bolt flies, striking Sisu in the chest. Sisu falls back into the river. The moment the last dragon falls, the water, the only thing keeping the Droon away, begins to drain. The sky turns a sickly purple. Without Sisu's magic, the Droon swarm the land of Fang. Raya, consumed by a blinding rage, ignores the screaming citizens and hunts down Namari. They clash in the palace, a brutal final battle fueled by grief. "It was your fault," Raya screams. But Namari hits back with a hard truth. "I'm not the only one who didn't trust her. You didn't trust me, Raya." Raya looks around and sees the Droon devouring everyone. Her friends, Boon, Tong, and Noi, are desperately trying to save the people of Fang, using the shards to keep the darkness at bay. Raya realizes Namari is right. Their mutual lack of trust killed Sisu. The team becomes trapped in the center of the city. The shards are losing their light because they are being held by people who are divided. Raya looks at the shards and remembers Sisu's words. She realizes what must be done. "We have to put the pieces together," she says, "but it only works if we trust." Raya hands her shard to Namari. Then, one by one, Boon, Tong, and Noi hand their pieces to Namari as well. Finally, Raya lets the Droon take her, turning to stone to show she truly trusts her enemy. Namari, stunned by their sacrifice, assembles the gem. As the Droon consume her too, she places the reassembled gem in its holder. A massive wave of pure white light explodes from the gem. The Droon are vaporized instantly. Rain begins to fall, magical water that touches the stone statues. One by one, the people return. Chief Benja wakes up. The dragons return to life, soaring through the sky. They gather at the river and, using their combined magic, they bring Sisu back. Kumandra is no longer 5 tribes, but one people. Raya finally returns home to Heart, where she embraces her father. The world is whole again, not because a dragon saved it, but because a human learned to trust.